6 minutes. Three more shopping days. 3 more shopping days to the Yontiv that gives meaning to every other Yontiv. Yontiv of Kabbalah Satzeret. The Torah tells us, Hayoim Hazeh Niyei Shalom. It's not a country, it's not an army, it's nothing of the sort. Hayoim Hazeh, on the day that we stood at Har Sinai and were makabel the Torah, that made us for a nation, nothing else. That's what we are. There was a decree in Russia which dealt very harshly with the observance of Torah mitzvahs, Shmiras HaTorah, Shmiras HaMitzvahs. And it was the time of the very legendary philanthropist, the big Bali Tzedakah, Moshe Montefiore. And the Russian high officer met him on the street. He said to him, Sir Montefiore, he said, there's a rumor that you're going to pay Kofer Nefesh a ransom tax to exempt every Russian Jew from the decree. Sir Montefiore, do you have enough money to ransom each and every Russian Jew? So he said to him, Honorable so-and-so, he said to him, if I have to pay what I think the value of a Jew is, he said, I'll never have that kind of money. He said, but if I have to pay what you think the value of a Jew is, I can take out of my pocket right now. When the Moshe Rabbeinu, the Shalom, told Moshe Rabbeinu, he said to him that the Yishala is mentioned twice, that they should learn Klei Chesed, Isha Meis Rusha, Isha Mishchenta, Isha Meis, that they should ask the Egyptians for their valuable Klei Chesed or Klei Zov. And the Torah expresses in the form Ish Meis Reyehu, a Yid, a Jew, from his brother Reyehu, his friend. Rabbi Lachai asks, he says, since when, my goodness, the Shibud Mitzrayim, 400 years under such inhumane circumstances, where they were tortured and labored, that's what you call Reyehu. So the Rabbi Lachai says that before the Rabbi Shalom peddled the Torah, before he peddled the Torah throughout the world, to all the 70 nations of the world, and the entire mankind, the entire Bria was in that category of Reyehu, brotherhood. But when the Rabbi Shalom peddled the Torah, and they wanted to know what the Torah demands of a human being, so he told them, one nation, he told them that thou shalt not steal. They said, that's too much. We can't live without putting our hands on somebody else about stealing. Another nation, it says, thou shalt not, manslaughter is forbidden, but Torah is hardened, not to kill, spill blood. He said, no, we live only, that's how we live. So when they refused to accept the Torah, until that moment they were in the category of Reyehu. From that moment on, they were taken out of the category of Reyehu. Ish al Tzvai, in this week's Sedra, very interesting Shaila, Ish al Tzvai, that speaks about conscription, when males were conscripted, they had to go serve on the battlefield. There was a a force of Israeli soldiers that were dropped behind the lines in a very dangerous situation. They had to do something behind the lines so as to, in order for the forces that are on the other side of the veil to be victorious. One of the soldiers was wounded with a bullet in his chest, critically wounded. There was a paramedic and a doctor. The doctor had to perform emergency surgery, remove the bullet. So the question arose, because of the condition, the post-operative care, and he had to be taken out of that area as quickly as possible to a hospital. He couldn't stay there any longer. The question was if he would be transported without being accompanied by a doctor. His condition might worsen rapidly, and it might be fatal. But then again, those soldiers that were still behind the lines, if one of them would be wounded, they also had a doctor, needed a doctor as well. The question is, which comes first? The life of the soldier that was wounded, or the lives of the soldiers that are still well? So he asked the Shaila from Rabbi Yoshu's son-in-law, Rav Zilberstein, a big person. So he said he found a precedent. He found in the Jewish Lady Yehuda like this: the question about autopsy in Tzuchei Mesim, whether it's permitted to take and a cadaver, a dead body, and to take out organs, cut them apart, in order that there may be somewhere, who knows when, maybe someone, this will save their life by removing these organs. We want to learn from autopsy whether it's permitted to remove these organs and to be menable to disgrace the cadaver for the sake of sale. So Rabbi Yehuda writes that being that there's no question of saving a life at the moment by performing the autopsy, so he said it's not permitted. If there was an immediate need, we knew of someone that this will save his life, there's no question about it, that gets precedence over everything else. So he said that they shouldn't, so therefore here also, those soldiers, they're still well, and there's a possible danger some might be wounded seriously, but in the meantime, here's this soldier who needs the doctors, is accompanied by a doctor, so he comes first. So then he asked his father-in-law, Rabbi Yoshu. So Rabbi Yoshu said no. He says the other way. He said there's also imminent danger. They're in a mokim shakole. They're under enemy gunfire, and there's almost a certainty that one of them might be wounded any minute, and the doctor has to remain there. The question was, it's an academic question because neither of them were there present when this took place. So they just after the fact, they asked the Shaila. So this Rav Zilberstein asked the soldiers, so what did you do really? They said, just as we were trying to decide what to do, an Israeli plane came down, picked everybody up, and removed them from danger.
Catch the Rabbanan.